Today we're going to do a service on the automatic transmission on a 2010 Lancer. There's two filters, one in the pan and there's a small one up in the oil cooler which requires you to remove the battery and the battery trays, so there's a little bit of work involved. Bottom one's easy, top one will be a bit harder. Anyway, we'll go out to the car and get set up. We're out at the car. Got to remove this pipe. Hang on. Yeah, I got to lift it up anyway. Hang on.
That's where you.
Yeah, this is where we're working. So. You really should get the centre part up first.
You didn't tell anybody what we're working on yet?
Yes, I did. I've already done that intro thing. Yes.
Nice.
Professional. You pull it here. Find somewhere that's safe to put them.
I'm in the car.
Is that one? This one's harder because it's recessed. Hang on. We might have. I think I've got new ones in the shed. So. Oh no, I got it. There you go. All right. So. Just remove the front part of the air intake. We've got to remove the back part. Does that come out? Yes. Looks like it does. There'll be something holding it in somewhere. There you go. That's all we need to do. Righto. Alright, so the negative terminal is already undone. You got that right? Oh yeah, you got it spot on. Alright, so we get this. We may have to just take this wire out of the way too.
It's alright, it's just the LED bar.
If I can get it back here, just leave it there for now. So that 10mm is not going to work. So we'll get a spanner. I've got these deep sockets. Yeah. Alright. Just let me get this. And the right ratchet. So the right ratchet is a small one. Where's my small ratchet? Don't tell me I haven't got one in here. Oh, I've got an adapter. Alright, I'll just show them this. I've just got a deep 10mm socket, but it's 1/4 inch drive, so I've got an adapter to go to 3/8 here. Half inch. That's 3/8. Too much of an adapter. I had two adapters. An adapter for the adapter.
It's well adapted.
Alright. The battery tray is a bit more involved, I think. So, okay, this is going to get, I reckon that's going to get in the way.
Should be right once we get the battery out, right?
Well, you wouldn't think that you would have to take these all the way off. No, that one's right, and that one's right. Okay, battery out. Okay, now the battery tray is this plastic thing can go. Of course it's got a bloody wire clipped into it. Shouldn't be this hard to get that out. Hang on, mate. I need something to push that in. Maybe this. Righto.
Where are we filming?
Down here. See down here? Because see that's where we're aiming for. We're going for this. That's where the little filter is. So let me just get set up with the right socket. So we need to remove that bracket, which is 10 mil again. Apparently there's bolts underneath somewhere that are a bit hard to get to, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Once I get the tray, I'm not going to undo that until I drain the fluid. I haven't drained the fluid yet, so we'll do that before I do any filter change. Shouldn't really affect this oil cooler one, but we'll still drain it out. I don't know what the service interval is, what the service times for this little filter at the top here. So you've got to take those three out, but then there's somehow. Anyway, keep going until we hit a snag. Righto. I reckon that one is, those ones are 13s. If it was a Commodore, they'd be 13s. No, probably 12. Let me try a 12. I might speed this bit up anyway, so I don't even know why I'm talking. No. I don't know how I'm going to get to these. If there's a bolt underneath, which I suspect there probably is, I'm going to need a pretty long extension to try and get to it. The joys of a front wheel drive car. Yeah, look, that's still solid, so there'll be something
Underneath.
Yeah, there is. I can see it. There's one there and one there. There's two. Oh, shit. How the hell am I going to get to them? I reckon they're 13s as well. They don't make it easy. I thought this battery tray was one piece, but it's two pieces. Anyway, we'll keep going.
Where's the bolt from this side?
Yeah, but...
I was hearing something about the wheel arch.
Hey?
I think Jared was saying something about the wheel arch.
No, you've got to get them from this side. It's no good. You can't go in from the wheel arch. I did watch a video on this, and it's definitely not the wheel arch. You came at it from here. You've got to get them from here. There's two there, and there's probably two on this one.
So you just got to go down that hole.
Well, no, you can't even do that because there's two in there. Yeah, I might have to change socket sets. We might have to pause filming. Yeah, see? I can't even see that one. There's one down there, I think. Yeah, I can see one at least. I can probably get that one. So we'll try this. Still filming? Are you holding that, are you?
Yeah.
I'm just going to try a long extension. And hope that they are 13s, which they are.
We can fall out and hit the road now.
It'd be good if you just had to loosen them and slide it up, you know. But that's too easy. Alright, hang on. I want to make sure I don't drop it. These bloody modern cars are shit, there's nowhere to put your spanner. Righto. This is going to be really hard to get back in.
I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah, you've got to. That hose is in the way now. Just let me.
Big one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Moving.
There has to be another bolt here somewhere. Great.
They go to the spanner. You hit the road though.
I think there's a. It's so hard to see. There it is there. It's going to be hard to get to because of the cooler. Hang on. Alright, give me a look.
That hose comes out of the clip there too if you needed a little bit of leeway.
It might help. Yeah, look. It might, but I don't think you're going to move it. I might be able to get it. I don't know. I'll have to just try and get a different size extension or something. Okay, this one's not good. It's got that button. No, I can't get it. That. Just set that up on the tripod. Don't worry about holding it. Just set it up on the tripod. Face it down here a bit. I don't think you're going to be able to film exactly.
Actually, no, that's alright.
Yeah, all right. This has to come off. So, okay, you're doing coolant.
Yeah, probably.
Have you got coolant? Did we get it?
Yeah, that's something in my boot.
All right. Because this is going to be a lot easier if I remove the coolant pipe. Okay, I'm just going to pause it. All right, we've got this bracket out, but what I'm going to do for the future proof it is to cut slots here, down there and then there, so I can put the bolts in and slide this down onto those bolts and tighten them up. And then you've got your two top ones anyways. Same thing. Just saves having to undo these next time if we do another filter change. We just loosen them and slide it up and it'll come off. Okay, so we'll adjust the camera angle here because this is your cooler. I'll see what I can do.
Bring them over here. I reckon you can get a good angle from here.
Well, yeah, as long as you can see those bolts, we'll be fine. Watch the bolts. Watch the bolts.
Yeah, actually, maybe not.
No, I reckon you're going to have to put it back here. Put it back here. There you go.
You see the bolts from where you are?
No, it's going to be very difficult to film this. Hang on. Let me see what I can manage here. All right, let's just pause it. So now we're going to remove these. I believe it's only 3. I could be wrong. I'm hoping it's only 3 because I don't want to take this battery bracket out. Same deal, very hard to get to. They're 10 mil. Anyway, it could be worse. This is the joys of front wheel drive cars. Okay, there's one of them. Can you see that? There's one of them. I'm really hoping there's only 3. There are other videos on this, but you've got to watch ours because ours is a lot better. Alright, am I going to be able to undo this? Just. Still hot, eh?
Yeah. Take ages to cool down.
Anyway, this is the worst filter to change. I didn't want to, I wasn't going to take this off until I drained the oil, but it should, oh sorry mate, it shouldn't really matter. The oil's in the pan, not up there. Yeah, there's a 4th bolt. Wouldn't you know it? There is. Where are you? There's definitely a 4th bolt. And we're leaking fluid. We will leak a bit.
I think I'm looking at it from here, Dad.
Where?
If you look down through the circle here, through the hole here, I think you can see the bolt.
Just be careful.
Yeah, it's not enough room.
Alright. Yeah, there is. I can feel it. So, okay, just pause it. Pause it. We've had a development. We've had to take off underneath. If you can see back there, the plastic guard that goes on the side under here, so we could get to the bottom bolt for this oil cooler. And now we can pull that back. What I'm after is right here. That one. The little rubber bit's still in there. There's a rubber piece that goes on there, but it's still in there. So, sorry, I've got to hold the camera because I can't get a good angle on it. Hang on. There's a rubber in here. I've got to try and get out before we do anything. I've got it. Oh, look at that. It fell in your gearbox. Here it is. There it is there. But there's one on the new filter, so no dramas. In a minute, when I find my rag, wherever it is, there it is. Alright, so in a minute, we'll get the new one, and I think I'm going to finish the job up here. Assembly, like there is 4 bolts on this, one there, which is why we had to remove the plastic guard underneath to get that 1 bolt. The other 3 you can get from up here when you get your battery tray out. Probably didn't, actually Sam was right, probably didn't have to remove the back part of the tray. I could have got it from underneath, but it doesn't matter. It gives you more room. It gets everything out of the way from here, so it gives you a lot more room. I'll just explain. Once again, they are so hard to get to, these bolts. So what I'm going to do is cut that piece out and cut that piece out. So I can put the bolts in and slide this down over it, same as the front piece. So I'm just going to pause filming and I'm going to go and get the new filter and we'll put that in and put some bolts back in. Alright. I'm just going to show you some part numbers. This is the oil cooler filter. That's the part number. So that's that one. And I'm going to show you the transmission kit that we got, which is that part number. Haven't really checked if this is right yet, but I'm assuming it is. So we'll just fit this little filter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish everything up the top here before I go underneath and drain all the oil and do all that stuff. And there is I might have to get a pick, Sam, because I've got to get this out.
Yep.
Actually,
You got it.
got it. So there's your new O-ring, which goes in this housing. Just slide that in there, run your finger around, if it's going to stay there, I hope.
It's not.
Of course not.
Probably better off starting from the bottom, I reckon.
That's it. She's in, sort of. Stay there. No, it doesn't want to stay. Oh, that's going to be fun. Alright. Bit of, just going to put I'm just rubbing a bit of oil. I've got it all over my hands, so bit of oil here. I'll slide, can you see? I'm just sliding this in. You just push it in over a post. There. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now that all that's done, where did we put the bolts?
The bolts are in the car.
Alright, you better get me those 3 10mm bolts.
Yeah.
So you can see that the filter's in there. That's only just sitting on there, that O-ring. If you can see that, it's only just sitting on there, but that's enough. Once I push it up against the surface, it can't move anyway.
3 bolts.
Our tripod's not real good.
Why they look small?
No, they're no good. That's not them.
That's them. Oh, actually, no, you're right.
You need the long ones.
Yeah. These
Okay, and there's one, I think the bottom one's falling out too. You take this and you film. Okay, I think the bottom one's falling out. So.
It's alright, just locate it.
Yeah, I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, that hasn't moved. Okay. So we're just going to start these 3 top ones because they're easier. And then I'm going to have to, before I tighten this up, I've got to find that bottom bolt, actually. So I'll just do one finger tight for now because the bolt's falling out of the bottom, and if it's sitting here and I can't get to it, I'm going to have to go underneath now. Alright, just pause it for a sec. Pause. Yeah.
Filming.
Righto, we're back again. I found the bolt, so we just locate these 3 because I don't want that O-ring to come out. I will tighten these 3 up. Then I'll get underneath and do the 4th one, which I probably won't film because you've got to get under the car and muck around, so...
I might be able to film it from here.
Alright. So I'll do these 3 up. He says. You can use a ring spanner on these 3, but the one underneath you really need a socket. I'm using a deep socket and a little, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to see that.
That's what I'm using for the bottom one.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to be able to film this other one.
No, it's alright. It's same as these, only you've got to get underneath to do it. And you do need to take your plastic cover off the side. Don't need to take your wheel off or anything. Alright. That's that one. Just don't go crazy when you tighten them. Make sure they're nipped up, but don't go mad because this is all alloy and very easy to strip. And I have done it. Okay, all good. So we'll just pause it for now. I'll get under and get this bottom one in. And I don't think I'm going to film the reassembly. So that's more or less covers your transmission cooler filter. I'm just going to start filming again when I'm ready to drain the pan and get underneath. So give me a minute. I'll finish all this and we'll be back. Yeah, and how fucked is this has been a major drama, but I got that bottom bolt in, just locating the hole. I had to take the coolant pipes off, as you can see here. So I'm just going to whack them back on, and then we'll come back when I'm back under the car. I'm just going to reassemble all this, and we'll come back when I'm ready to get under the car. Okay, just to make sure my microphone is on. Yep. I'll show you the modification. I've just cut away the bottom, and what we've done to make it easier, we've put the bolts in. So all you do is you do them up most of the way and push it on. And now I can put the top bolts in, and I won't have to spend half an hour tightening the bottom ones up. So that's just a quick update up here. So we'll get all this done, get the battery back in, and we'll go underneath. Alright, we're under the car. You need a 19mm spanner. This is hopefully the easy part of this procedure. I've already sort of cracked it, so 19mm spanner. Really, I'm just going to drain the oil out and remove the pan. First I have to do the mandatory thing of getting covered in transmission fluid. That's it. It does look red. It's still dark, but it looks red. Anyway. You just undo the pan, they're all 10mm bolts. So I'll put this back in. Just do it up finger tight and that'll do it. Clean this off. Start undoing the bolts.
few more. Okay, that's it. That's your filter at the back. It looks like another 4 bolts, but I'll let it drain off a bit and we'll come back to that. I'll show you the pan. Okay, that's the inside of the pan. Those two round things are magnets. Collect any metal shavings or anything sticks to them instead of going back in your gearbox. So I'm just going to go and clean this while we let the gearbox drain off. So we'll set you back up there, and I'll get you in a better position to watch the filter go in, and we'll be back. Okay, we're just going to remove the filter now because it's just going to drain forever. It's 3 bolts, not 4. 10 mil. We'll see how we go. I'll take this back one first. And there'll be a little O-ring inside. I might have to get a pick or something to get it out. One more. You can see it wants to drop out already. Ah, great. Bloody brilliant. Oh man. Okay. Nice little dip in the fluid. Let's pull it out. Christ, how much oil does that hold? Oh yeah, there's the O-ring. Okay. Where's the O-ring, Sam? It goes on here. You put it straight on. Okay, all right. So I'll just show you, if I can. This is the new one. I've put the O-ring on. So now I'll just put that up where the old one was. Actually, I'll rub a bit of fluid around this, lube it up a bit. So I can't remember which one was a long bolt now. It must have been this one. Yep, that was it. Okay, we'll get the other two bolts in, and then we'll just give that a bit of a knock, make sure it's located properly. See, that's falling out, so I'll just tighten them up a bit. That's it. That's in now. Alright, just tighten them up. Once again, you don't need a torque wrench. I wouldn't go stupid on them, just nip them up. That's it. Sorry. Okay. I'll just clean off the bottom of the gearbox, although you never really stop the fluid. But we'll get ready to fit this pan. I'll wipe some of this down. And we'll get the pan gasket, which is the original one, looked like a steel one. Yeah, original one's like a rigid one. The one we got is soft one, so we'll put that on. Righto, where's the gasket?
Oh yeah, mate.
Thanks. You don't really need to see this because you can't really mess it up, and then it goes on one way. I'd rather have a steel one, they're a bit easier, but we'll see how we go with this one.
Hopefully it goes on alright.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you've got to... Ah, see, it's off already.
Come down in your hand.
No, I should have got a bit of... Sometimes I put a bit of grease on it to hold it. I should have got a bit of grease.
Oh yeah.
You don't. I don't know, mate. I think I'm going to go and maybe it needs a bit of grease. Give me one of them. It's all right. Let me just do a bit of it at a time. Give me another bolt. Okay, got the bolt. I'm not going to do them up tight. We'll just leave them loose because I've got to straighten this gasket up as we go.
Yeah, they reckon don't do them up all the way and just do like corners, main parts.
Yeah, I know. I've done enough of these. The old Troy-Matics and the old Holdens. They have a cork gasket on the sump. Same thing.
Yep.
Another old trick's using a bit of cotton. You can tie it through the holes to locate it.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. I might try and get some on the other side in a minute, just to make sure that side of the gaskets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. All right. So, let me see that side. So this end one looks alright, so I'll walk that back. Okay, get this one. Guess I can see. Give me another bolt, Sam. I can see the gasket coming out of here. Alright, that one's just got it. That one's in.
Yep.
Alright, give me another bolt and I'll try and get the other one and we should be pretty right. I think it's all good. I can't see any gasket
That
here.
went through.
Yeah. That's all good. I think it's all good. Another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, if you want to hold the gasket, sometimes I put a bit of grease
Yep.
and just spot it around the edges and that holds it.
Yeah.
So it won't move, but
I don't know why they have to use 36,000 bolts.
yeah, it's got a lot of bolts in there, hasn't it?
Yeah. You were saying it's 16 or something.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then the last thing we've got to do is put this plastic cover on the side again, but
Yeah. Jared reckons fuel filter's a bit of a shit to do.
why is that gone tight? Alright, that feels alright. No, that's not going in. That one, oh sorry, God, I'm knocking the camera about. That's got it, that's got it. Alright, another one. These autos never stop dripping. They just keep dripping and dripping and dripping. Have it in your shed for 10 years, it'll still be dripping. Alright, I think that's on. I think I've got that started. Alright,
Well, we hope so.
yeah, I think the rest. Hang on, mate. Hang on. I'm trying to get the oil off my hands because you can't do anything.
Hey boss, you got left to do 3, 4? before.
Yeah, but I've got to try and clean the oil off this shit because yeah, I'm going to use this, tighten them up just by hand.
Try and stop that grip.
No, just making sure that they're in. It's all looking pretty good. All right, that one.